everybody to True Divine Church, where we've got Ezekiel Knights taking on Wiregrass Kings tonight. We are covering first game tonight. Girls JV just got underway. Home game for Ezekiel here at True Divine in Montgomery, Alabama. Wiregrass from Dothan. Conference game, it's an important game for both teams. Got Benjamin Baumgartner here on the play-by-play.
Yep, it's going to be an exciting day of basketball. A lot of important conference games. Going to be a long day, I know, but we are getting started with the JV girls game. Both teams yet to score. About 30 seconds into the contest. Knights have got a couple of shots off, just have not been able to convert. Wiregrass now trying to move down the court to see what they can conjure up. Ezekiel defense doing a good job to slow down the fast break opportunity. Of course, we had a lot of basketball games played yesterday as well. Knights, all four of the teams getting in on the action. Now rebound collected by Ezekiel, and about a minute gone now. Now the team been able to find the bottom of the bucket. Ezekiel probably had the better of the opportunity, is just not able to convert. Wiregrass getting this one back in play under a little bit of pressure, but they managed to do so. Still trying to get forward. Slowing up the pace a little bit. Wiregrass really not playing at the same pace Ezekiel have been. Maybe looking for more kind of quality of looks rather than quantity. We'll see if they can find a quality look here somewhere. Forced to play this one back inside. Now just going to recycle the ball around. Taking up a little bit of this time of possession. Good roll inside. Now going to pop it back out for three. That one got blocked. Rebound collected by Wiregrass. That hits the backboard. Should be out of play, and it is. A little bit of a delay in play, but we are back underway now. Knights trying to find some space to work. That's a drive. That one looks like it might have got tipped under a lot of pressure there. Good job getting the rebound back after a little bit of fight for it. Tried to play that one inside. The pass got tipped and was collected by Wiregrass. Still under a little bit of pressure to try and get the ball away, but they do eventually do so. Kings now able to get forward. Lost of possession there, though. Second time they've kind of lost possession a little bit carelessly. Knights trying to find a look. This one, good play into the corner. Find an open target, but just couldn't find the bottom of the basket, though. The rebound collected by Ezekiel, and now an opportunity to go to the stripe to try and collect the first points for either team tonight. This is Grace Dupree at the stripe for the Knights. First foul called against either team. First one comes up just short. Second chance at the line now. Just too long with that occasion. Rebound collected by Ezekiel, and the bucket counts. And now a chance to make it a three-point play after getting fouled. Emma Russell now at the stripe for the Knights after collecting the 2 points. Now a chance to make it a three-point play. Knights lead by 2. And that one just in and out. A little bit of a low shot, but again, the Knights collect the rebound. A couple of opportunities, can't quite get them to get to the bottom of the bucket, and the Kings eventually able to take the ball. Trying to break the press of Ezekiel with 3:05 to go here. Now needing a little bit of help, and got it. Trying to find a lane to step into. Good idea with the pass, but just ends up going a little too tall, out of play. Once again, Knights will take over possession. Newell carrying it forward, gets a screen set. Now this one kicked into the corner. Back out now. Russell looks for three, just off the mark. Good rebound by Newell, though. Now back to Russell. Now with Dupree, trying to find some space to work. Finds a little bit of open space and finds 2 more points for the Knights. Now, once again, forcing a little bit of pressure onto the Kings, and another turnover going for Ezekiel. Knights on a good run of form at the moment. Gonna want to try and capitalize as much as possible. This one outside. Now over to Russell again, trying to find some space. Gets a shot away, got fouled as she did. And once again, we'll take a trip to the line. This will be the 3rd trip for the Knights. 3 shots, none of them have made it to the bottom of the bucket though. See if they can change their fortunes here. And that one just a little bit too long. Second one comes up short, and Kings fighting with each other over the rebound. Eventually get called for the travel. And another sloppy turnover. Knights with an opportunity again to try and find some points. Trying to free up some space. Just going to kick this one out to the top of the arc. Now with Russell, going to step up, find some space. Gets a shot away, and 2 more for Ezekiel. And once again, the press causing some problems. Kings don't have a lot of answers right now. Timeout called. They're going to try and discuss it. Ezekiel in a good run of form. 30-second timeout, I believe, is what's been called. And for the moment, the Knights on a good run of form. We'll see if they can continue to keep Wiregrass at bay and see if they can keep their scoring up a little bit to be, just a little bit wayward at the stripe. But so far, shooting from the field has not been too bad from Ezekiel. Currently nursing a 6-point lead. We'll see what Wiregrass can do to try and change that. But right now, Ezekiel firmly on top. .159 to go here in the first quarter. Wiregrass struggling with a couple of turnovers in their last few possessions, and there's another one. That's a takeaway. Newell looking for 2, just off the mark with that one. Kings once again claim the rebound, but having to work hard against the press of Ezekiel. We'll see if they can get a look at some points here. 1:39 to go, been held scoreless in this first quarter. Trying to find some movement inside, not a lot to be found. Found open man, good pass underneath, but that's going to be a 3-second in the lane violation. When it looked like Tuscaloosa was finally going to pick up some points, they get taken away. Another turnover, going to go towards Ezekiel. Couple substitutions getting ready for the Knights. Newell trying to find some space, finds a little bit to get the shot away. Shot comes up short, struggling with the rebound, but the Kings do eventually claim it, but not without its difficulties. Second time of asking, still able to maintain possession. Driving forward, now going to look for 3, just off the mark. And that one's going to go out of play. A couple of substitutions on for Ezekiel. And that will be Knights ball after the loose ball goes out of play. Under a minute now to go. Ezekiel leading 6-0. We'll see if they can keep up their good play. That's going to be a moving screen. It's Turnover going against Ezekiel on that occasion. They've done a pretty good job not losing the ball. I think that's only their first turnover of this first quarter. Wiregrass have got a few to their name so far. And chance to drive forward off the mark. Coach called a couple players away to talk about something, leaving them with a 3-on-5 on the other end of the court. Newell kicks this one outside. Dupree going to try and drive and find some space. Gets the shot away, but just off the mark. And that's going to be a foul called against Ezekiel. Playing that aggressive defense. Have done a good job to avoid any fouls. That's only the first one called against Ezekiel so far in this competition. You know, with how many turnovers that aggressive play has bought them, it has definitely been worth it so far. And there's another one. Newell able to easily take that one away. Great pass that time, but just a shot lacking. But the second chance points opportunities fall for the Knights. Now going to fire this one long, and it's just going to be a run to the other end of the court. Shot gets away, couldn't find the bottom of the bucket. That one just touched out of play. 2 seconds to go. We'll see if Wiregrass can get off the mark with this possession. Not going to have a lot of time to do so. They found the open man, and they get two more just before the buzzer. Ezekiel seemed to switch off right at the end of that quarter, but they currently lead 8-2. Wiregrass really struggling to find any kind of quality looks. The Knights have done a good job getting a lot of takeaways and making a handful of them count, giving them a 6-point lead. Done that before, though. I can't remember how we did it. I can't remember how we fixed it. Getting this one back underway. Ezekiel in firm control of that first quarter. We'll see how they carry that forward. Wiregrass finding points with just a couple of seconds to go in that first quarter. Wiregrass will get possession to start the second. And that's a good pass underneath, and an opportunity there goes a little bit begging. Good rebound by Ezekiel on that occasion. Newell now over to Russell, able just to kind of corral the awkward pass. Driving opportunity now with Dupree, gets a screen set for some space. That one just off the mark. That's going to be a jump ball. That's going to be Ezekiel ball. Newell going to get this one back in play. Gets it in, Dupree with it. Now over to Russell, trying to find some space. A little more aggressive defense being played by the Kings. Good ball movement though by the Knights, looking for two, and they find it. Good shot that time from that low corner. And Wiregrass trying to get forward, and we'll see how they respond. That was a bit of a shoulder, like a shove on the back of the shoulder. Nothing called by the officials. Good pass underneath this time. Trying to find some space against this hard-working Knights defense. Trying to step down to the line. Not a lot of space to be found. Shot is wayward, and Knights once again pick up the rebound. Now with Russell. This one into for Newell. Looks for three, just off the mark. Good rebound collected by the Kings, but once again, struggling to maintain possession. Timeout called by Wiregrass to try and just save that possession. going to be a 30-second timeout, the second one they have called in this first half. Trailing by 8. We'll see what they can come up with. Knights shooting well, especially once they get the takeaway. They've had a fair few of them so far tonight. That timeout saved Wiregrass from having one more go against them. .30 seconds seems to be up. Wiregrass still in deep conversation at the moment. Ezekiel ready to go. Wiregrass getting us back underway here after that 30-second timeout. Did a good job just to get that one in play without losing possession. Good screen set to try and free up a little bit of space. Knights rotating well on defense, though. That shot goes off the mark. Rebound collected by the Kings. High pass wrangled in eventually. Knights doing a good job to move around the screen. Saw it set that time. Now just trying to, Kingston maybe just trying to work down to this baseline and find a shot that way, but I think that might have been called a carry. And once again, Knights will take over in possession. Russell with it. This one over to Dupree. Good pass inside this time, but just under a little bit of pressure. That will be Knights' ball. Got some back in play. Low pass. Struggling to collect. That should be a Wiregrass ball on the jump ball, I believe. Knights still playing that high press defense, not allowing Wiregrass really any time to breathe. And that's going to be a travel call. Didn't quite get first possession of it whenever that pass came in and took a few steps with it. Once again, another turnover going against Wiregrass. This one over to Russell. And that's going to be a foul called against Wiregrass. Fourth foul called against the Kings in this first half. A couple more and the Knights will be in the bonus, but still a little ways away from that happening. Now with Newell. This one out to Dupree looking for the long two, and it is good. Took a high touch off the glass and found the bottom of the net. Kings really struggling for ideas at the moment. That long ball forward might just work out for them, and it does. Timeout called by the Kings. This one a full timeout, so both teams will have a few minutes to talk over kind of how they want to adjust. Kings found something that worked at least once with that long ball. They tried it a few times and forced a couple of turnovers. Well, we'll see what they draw up after this break. Right now the Knights lead the Kings at 12-4. Both teams retake the court. Knights in possession. See how they respond after that quick two by the Kings. Chance to drive down the line. Tried to find that pass inside, but it's well read. That's another little bit of a full arm extension shove. Nothing called by the officials. Good pass underneath this time, but foul called. First shooting foul called against the Knights in this one. First chance at the stripe for the Kings. That first one comes up short. Second one comes up off the right, and it didn't touch the rim, so it will just be blown dead. Newell coming forward for Ezekiel. We'll see what the Knights can draw up. Good screen set that time to free up a little bit of space. That one knocked away. Should be Knights' ball. Let's get this one back underway. Trying to find a lane. Lost the handle on it a little bit, and travel called. And that wasn't the best driving lane for Russell to try and work into, but King's going to get the ball back. Running two players deep, kind of faking the long ball, but go underneath this time. It was a bit better covered by Ezekiel on that occasion. Screen set that time to try and free up a little bit of space. Now working down again to the baseline. The double team leaves one open though, and that's going to be a travel called. Kings really trying to work their way down to this baseline. Knights not letting them do it with any kind of ease. The double team that time left one open at the top of the arc, but the Knights were able to cover it well, and eventually the travel gets the Knights the ball back. That hand in there going to be Ezekiel ball once again. Now in Newell. Screen maybe freed up a little bit of space. Pass inside. Not an easy one to make. That shot too high, well covered over the basket. Now the Kings a chance to drive forward again. And that's going to be a double dribble. Once again, Kings coming forward with some intent, but another sloppy turnover. 2:01 to go here in this second quarter. Knights still with a bit of a lead. Haven't found the offensive production they did in the first quarter, but Kings with only 2 points in this second quarter. Good pass inside by the Knights. Not a lot of space to work. The shot gets away, but might have been blocked in there. Kings slowing up the pace, trying to find an option. Now trying to find a lane. Once again, working down to that baseline. And that one tipped. Still in possession, though. Now trying to find a pass. Finds one underneath. Well done, but that's going to be a travel called. Couldn't quite get the shot away. About a minute to go. Knights with a couple more subs getting ready to check on. Under a minute now. This pass inside. That one goes up for three, just off the mark. Good rebound by the Knights, and two more going to go their way. They extend their lead to 10. Once again, looking like they're going to play the long ball. They do, and able to come down with it, but the Knights able to pick it up. That's going to be a foul. One says foul, one says travel, and it is a travel called. A couple of substitutions being made for Ezekiel. Not wanting to switch off right at the end of this quarter, kind of like they did in the last one, to give the Knights their first points, and that one's going to go out of play. Going to be Knights ball. .36 seconds to go now. Knights with a 10-point lead, probably just going to want to get one more quality look. Don't want to let the Kings get possession back and maybe try and get back into this one. That shot goes up from Newell, and that's a good look. Straight from the charity stripe. Two more going for the Knights. The long ball once again just manages to get possession. Shot off the mark. Still in possession are the Kings, trying to find some space, and that's going to be a 3 seconds in the lane. About 11 seconds to go now. Knight's going to try and find one more good look. Russell going to step up, take the three, and she gets fouled in the process. Going to take a trip to the stripe for three now. That is the 5th foul against the Kings. Russell gets her first one to go. That's only the first one the Knights have knocked down from the stripe after a couple of attempts, but if she's able to knock down the next two, that would go a long way in helping the Knights try and put this one away early. Able to get her second one to go. One substitution does make its way on. The second one for Russell, so just waiting to sub the shooter out. And the third one is good, pushing the Knights to 20 points. Got to get this ball in play. They do, but it's definitely without. Got a little bit of difficulty down there, and the Knights once again take possession. 2 seconds to go. Knights going to try and get one more shot away. They get it in play. Newell looks for three, just off the mark. And the Knights will take a 16-point lead into the break. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We're going to have halftime here. And we will see how the rest of this game transpires. We'll be back in just a few. set to get this one back underway. Ezekiel Academy leading Wiregrass Kings. And we are back underway. Ezekiel Academy leading the Wiregrass Kings. A score of 19-4. Ezekiel Academy really doing a good job in that first quarter or first half, making a lot of problems for the Wiregrass offense, creating a lot of turnovers going their way, and they're able to turn a lot of those change of possessions into points. We'll see what adjustments the Kings make in this second half. And the double team now coming against the Knights. That's going to be a foul called. Double team did leave the one open underneath. Early foul going against the Kings. This one in play quickly. Now Russell tripped up, lost the handle on it a little bit. I think a hand got in there, and it once again will be Ezekiel ball. This one in quickly. Now with Newell over to Russell. Going to go long. That pass tipped, but still in the hands of Newell. Good job recovering possession. The shot goes up for two, no good. And Wiregrass able to pick up the rebound, but lost the handle on it. Russell caused a little bit of problems. That rebound eventually picked up by the Knights. Now with Dupree. Screen set from Russell. Screen set again, freeing up a little bit of space. And that one goes out of play. That's going to be Kings ball. Knights still using the press. We'll see how effectively they can use a good screen set just to go for the long ball for the Kings. Just off the mark, but nobody home for the Knights to collect the rebound. That shot goes up blocked, and the Knights claim it. Good job fighting for that rebound by Ezekiel, and they're able to pick up the rebound. Now with Russell. Over to Dupree. Now with Newell for two. Comes up just short. And rebound collected by the Kings. And that's going to be a travel. Another turnover going against the Kings. This ball long, and that's going to be a backcourt violation. Kings going to get the ball back. Play this one long into the corner. Now going to try and find some space. They tried to work it a lot to the baseline in that first half. Couldn't quite do it effectively. This shot goes wayward. Russell now coming forward for the Knights, trying to find some space. This one back out to Dupree. Right at the stripe. No good with that one. And the Kings able to corral the rebound. Opportunity to come forward now for the Kings. Just trying to get a little more comfortable on the ball. Had a lot of turnovers so far in this game. Going to try and minimize those, I imagine, here in this second quarter, or in the second half, rather. This one played underneath. No 3 seconds in the lane called. Well, it seems a couple of Kings have hung out right into the paint for a moment. That one off the mark. Knights able to pick up the rebound. This one over to Russell. Now with Dupree trying to find a little bit of space. Steps inside, looks for two, off the mark. Rebound out of play, going to be Knights ball. This one got in play, but straight to Wiregrass. Trying to get forward, loose ball picked up. That's going to be a jump ball, should be Ezekiel ball. Actually, I'm sorry, I think it's going to be Kings ball. Ezekiel started out the second half of this game with possession. But possession toss straight back to the Knights as that one goes out of play. 3.5 minutes to go. Neither team really able to find any kind of shooting rhythm so far in the second half. Good pass that time. And it takes a long time, but that one does find the bottom of the net. The Knights are underway here in the second half. Long ball once again. Thrown, not collected. That was a tough one to grab. And that's going to be a foul. Saw that one coming from a little ways away. Second foul called against the Kings in this second half. We get their substitutions working, and ball now back with the Knights. Good ball movement there. Newell going to take the two. Couldn't find the net, but we'll take a trip to the stripe. That's the third foul called against Wiregrass. Knights have done a good job avoiding any fouls going against them, even with their press defense. We'll see how Newell can do at the stripe here. Knocks down her first. Knights struggled a little bit as Wiregrass calls a timeout. Knights struggled a little bit in that first half from the stripe, but have picked it up a little bit more so here. Definitely did it late in the second quarter, and now here into the third quarter. Newell going 1 for 1. The first shooting foul for either side, but timeout called. We'll take a few minutes to step aside while both teams discuss how they want to go forward with 3 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. We get set to get this one back underway. Both teams retaking the floor after that timeout called. Three minutes to go here in the third quarter. Knights leading Wiregrass 22-4. Done a real good job stifling the Wiregrass offense, getting a lot of turnovers going their way. Newell second from the stripe, no good. Rebound collected though by the Knights. That one off the mark. Rebound then collected by Russell. And nearly took debris off her feet, but Knights still in possession. Now over with Newell. That shot goes up off the mark. Rebound collected by Ezekiel once again, and that's going to be a foul called against the Kings. That's the fourth foul called against Wiregrass in the second half. Not entirely sure how their foul trouble is looking, but picked up a few in the first half as well, so we'll see if they have to start rotating a lot of their players. Knights with a couple substitutions of their own. This one back in play. Now with Newell. Back to Russell. Trying to find some space. Got double team there. Knights still able to pick up possession for the moment, but Kings not making it easy. That one going to be out of play. Kings get this one back in play. Knights not giving them a lot of space to breathe, that's for sure. And forced to pick that one up under a little bit of defensive pressure. A little over 2 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Knights the only team able to get any points on the board. And I believe that's going to be a carry called once again against the Kings. Get this one back underway. Knights once again in possession. That one batted backwards now. An opportunity for the Kings to try and get 2 on the fast break. Couldn't do so. And Russell with a good rebound. No foul called against the Kings there. And Russell in a little bit of trouble working against the double team. Does a great job to find a pass. That one going to go out of play. That's going to be Knights ball. .144 to go here. Knights with the ball right up underneath Kings' bucket. This one in play, trying to find a little bit of space. Newell gets the shot off, couldn't find the net. Kings unable to collect the rebound, and the Knights pick up 2 more as they push their lead to 20. And Newell got a hand in there. Going to be out of play. Going to be Kings ball once again. Couple of substitutions for the Knights. Kings working, trying to get this one back into play. They do. Trying to break this press of the Knights. 1:17 to go here. Kings yet to score in the third quarter. That one blocked. Kings able to collect the rebound. That shot goes away, and that's going to be a foul called against the Knights. Knights have done a good job avoiding any kind of foul trouble. Only their first foul of the second half, coming with 1:10 to go in the third quarter. That shot off the mark from the Kings. Got one more chance at the stripe here. Yet to score in this third quarter. Wiregrass really struggling for offense. The Knights have been able to stifle them a little bit. Got a lot of turnovers. That's going to be another foul, though, as Kings collect the rebound off of that free throw. And they get their first points of the third quarter. Second one goes up off the mark, and the Knights able to collect the rebound. This one fired long into the corner. Knights trying to respond. Rebound collected. That shot goes off the mark. Knights fight for the rebound again, though, and get 2 more. Good job not giving up on the plate. Able to grab 2 more points out of it. Kings trying to get this one back underway. Knights not making it easy for them. And still in possession. Did a good job to break the press there, but only just. That's going to be a carry. I think the referee officially called it a travel, but I think it could have gone either way. Knights now get this one back underway. Now a Newell. This one into the corner. Trying to step up, find a little bit of space. Travel called. Couldn't quite believe it. I didn't quite see it either, to be honest, but it will be Kings ball once again. That one fired in. Kings get the ball with a little bit of difficulty. Knights not making it easy at all. This one out for 3. That one too long, and tried to keep it alive but could not do so. Going to be Ezekiel ball. 4:14 to go here in the third quarter. Knights leading 26-5. Done a good job keeping Wiregrass at bay. Only 1 point scored here for the Kings in this third quarter. Knights able to just keep possession, and that's going to be a jump ball. Should be Knights ball. 5 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Knights going to try and get one more shot off. We'll see what they can muster. Got it in play. Get the shot away. No good. Rebound collected. No foul. And the Knights will go into the third quarter, or into the fourth quarter rather, leading 26-5. We'll be back in just a few minutes to bring you that fourth quarter action. Knights leading this one fairly handily against the Kings. And the Kings going to get us started here in the fourth quarter, but Knights able to get a takeaway immediately. Russell with a fast break opportunity picks up 2 more for Ezekiel. Another turnover really been plaguing the Kings in this game. Able to get this one in play without too much difficulty, which has not been the norm for them tonight. Ezekiel really been causing a lot of struggle for them. This one fired out to the corner. Kings looking for a little bit of possession, but not going to happen. Taken away. Russell just gets hands to it. Now uses Newell. Going to fire this one back across, out of play. I think that's going to be Kings ball. Unless they say someone got a touch, which I suppose they did. It will be Knights ball. A touch just making that pass a little bit wayward. Now a Newell. Going to step up, fires into the corner. Good pass underneath this time, well collected, trying to find some help. But that's going to be 3 seconds in the lane. Going to get possession back to the Kings. This one in play. Russell got a hand to it, but not able to collect. That one's going to go out of play. Once again, be Kings ball. Substitution for the Knights making way. Kings trying to find some options forward. Once again, Russell getting a hand in there. A little bit of a shorter court for the Kings to work with. Once again, Knights getting a hand on it, knocking it out of play. Kings working their way down the court. One inbound at a time. That one tipped, and Newell able to pick it up for the Knights. And picks up 2 more. That time the tip ball did stay in bounds. And the Knights turn it into 2 points. And Kings find an opening here right about half court. Trying to find some space now to work against the Knights defense. No space to be found. Lost it. Got it back though. Now found an opening. That's going to be a foul called. Shot got away, but off the mark. Foul called against the Knights. Their 3rd foul in the second half. First chance for the Kings in the fourth quarter at the stripe. And the first one is good. A couple of substitutions for the Knights. .446 to go here. Knights leading 30-6. And a real good performance, especially defensively. Getting a lot of takeaways. Rebound collected by the Knights after the second chance. Newell now carrying forward, trying to find an opening. That pass tipped, but still in possession of the Knights. Once again, recollected. That's going to be a foul called. Fifth foul called against the Kings in this second half. Knights with their first chance at the line here in the fourth quarter. And the first one just in and out. Second one is good. And the Knights push their lead even farther. Knights going to take a timeout. Talk it over for a moment. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. While I discuss it, we'll take a quick second to step away and be back to bring you the last 4 minutes and 33 seconds of this ball game. And both teams retaking the court after that 30-second timeout. I think the Knights wanted to discuss change up defensive strategy a little bit, no longer playing that high press. We'll see if Wiregrass can maybe try and take a little bit advantage of it. But once again, the Knights just jumping on possession. That's going to be Ezekiel ball, because Wiregrass started us off in that fourth quarter. And the Knights once again going to take over. Now a Newell. I imagine the Knights are going to want to maybe eat up a little bit of clock here. That one pass underneath, tipped, and foul called. That one called against the Knights. Kings get this one back underway. We'll see how the Knights defensively switch up their strategy, not playing the high press, but still getting the turnover. Now when Newell again caught up in a little bit of traffic, Knights able to keep possession, keep it in play. Newell now going to slow it up for the Knights. Not wanting to rush anything, waste any possession. That one tipped. That's going to be a foul called. Sixth foul called against Wiregrass in this second half. One more and the Knights will be in the bonus. Substitution for the Knights and for the Kings. 2 for the Kings off, 1 for the Knights, as they get it back underway. Under 3:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. Knights pretty comfortable at the moment, leading 31-6. Kings just not able to get their offense going. That shot just off the mark, ball out of play. That will be Kings ball. Substitution for the Knights. Kings working back down the court, not having to deal with as much press, so we'll see if they can create some shooting opportunities. Did get one that time, but just off the mark. Knights able to collect the rebound and got fouled in the process of transition, and will take a trip to the stripe. And off the mark with that attempt. Kings able to pick it back up, trying to cut into this lead a little bit. Knights still not making it easy, and that one's stolen away once again. Knights trying to get the shot off, able to do so a little bit awkwardly, but good pass that time. Still off the mark though. Knights still with the rebound and still couldn't quite get that one to go. That one looked good most of the way. Knights with another attempt comes up short and able to collect the rebound once again. Trying to find some space. Good pass inside that time, and it's going to be a jump ball. Should be Wiregrass ball, and it is. Kings get it back underway. 2:40 to go here. Kings yet to put up any, I think they've got 1 point so far in this fourth quarter. Knights haven't done as much offensively, but haven't really had to. The defense has played really well through this whole game. That one goes up no good. No over the back called on that one. Rebound collected by the Kings, and that's going to be 3 seconds in the lane. Knights get it back underway. Now working forward. This one played into the corner, trying to drive down the baseline. That shot goes up. Looks like it might have got tipped on the way. Kings able to collect the rebound. That's going to be a foul called. .159 to go here. Knights with a couple more substitutions. Wiregrass, that's a good pass inside that time. Shot goes up too high off the glass. Kings collect the rebound, but it's ripped away by the Knights. Opportunity to go in transition. Slow it up a little bit, though, by the Kings, and the shot came off a little bit awkward. And the Kings have got one down on the other end of the court. Didn't decide to go long. Left it pretty much a wide open break had they done so. Got one underneath. Now going to play it inside. That shot goes up no good. And that's going to be a foul called against the Kings. Knights with another trip to the stripe here. 1:23 to go. A hefty lead at the moment. We'll see if they can push it any farther from the stripe here. This one's going to be 1-1. That one off the mark. Kings collect the rebound. 1:20 to go here. Kings trying to get a little bit of possession. Have struggled to do so through a lot of this game. Foul called. That's going to be a foul called against the Knights. One more and Wiregrass will be in the bonus. They got this pass in and out of play. Immediately swatted away by someone in white. Kings going to get it back. That pass, a better one. Got the shot off, and the bucket will count. And now a chance to make it a three-point play. And they got that one to go as well. Got about a minute and 7 seconds to go. Don't forget, after this one, we will have the JV boys game, and then following that, the varsity girls and the varsity guys game. So a lot of basketball to be played between the Kings and the Knights here tonight. So we will probably drop off after this one and then come right back to bring you guys the JV boys game. So make sure to subscribe, hit the little notification bell so you know whenever we do go live to broadcast these Ezekiel games. We will see how the rest of the night shakes out. Conference game week, or conference game night, I suppose. So mightily important for both of these teams coming down to the end of the season now. And the junior varsity girls seeming like they're going to get it done in pretty handy fashion, trying to get another takeaway there, and they do. Opportunity to find two more, and that's kind of been how the night has gone. Takeaways and fast breaks going for Ezekiel. About 30 seconds to go here. Kings trying to, I think the message will be just to play some good basketball. That's going to be a double dribble. I'm not actually entirely sure what the call was there. I think one referee called one thing and the other one called another. But the Kings will get the ball back. They get the shot away. That one off the mark. Knights able to collect the rebound. About 15 seconds to go here. We'll see if the Knights can conjure up any more points. Got the takeaway once again. That loose ball collected by the Kings. An opportunity for a break in transition. And they got that one to go. And that will likely be the final act of this game. The Knights win it 33-11. Won it pretty handily in the end. Well, that will be the final of this game. Don't forget, we will have the JV guys game coming up right after this one. So come back and join us in just a few minutes. Probably have about a 10-minute break, and then we will be right back. But until then, the JV girls beat the Wiregrass Kings 11-33. We will be back in just a few minutes.